Good evening and welcome to Channel 8 Sports and East Brunswick High School boys basketball. Hi, I'm John Meggiolaro, being joined by Phil Hill for tonight's contest between East Brunswick and Perth Amboy. And Phil, East Brunswick comes in 9-6, Perth Amboy 7-8. Kind of a surprise with both teams, I think.
Well, certainly a surprise. We can start, well, not so much for East Brunswick. East Brunswick, when we last saw them against Piscataway, right before that game, they were struggling. And since that game, they've been on a roll. They've actually beat a good Cereval team and went down to Mercer County and lost to a very tough Notre Dame team. Came back home, destroyed a J.P. Stevens team, and then went to Monmouth County and beat an excellent Raritan team. So they seem to be on track right now, and Bo feels that they're getting ready for the state tournament, and he feels pretty good about things. Perth Amboy, on the other hand, John, when is the last time that you can remember a Perth Amboy team not qualifying for the state tournament?
Yeah, that's a good point.
I'll tell you, incredible. Perth Amboy comes in here at 7-8, and not surprisingly so. Last year, you remember, they were 25-4. They went to the championship of the GMC and also went to the championship of the Group 4 tournament. They lost 9 starters, 5 starters, and 4 guys off the bench. So they lost all those guys. All these guys are basically new players, and they haven't quite gotten it together playing together. So John Mazurek, he sort of just sighs and says, perhaps we'll get better as time goes on, but it's a different type of year for Perth Amboy.
Yeah, you're right, Phil. I mean, basketball and Perth Amboy are synonymous.
Right.
And to think that a Perth Amboy team comes in 7-8, and as you said, failing to qualify for the state tournament is really a surprise. East Brunswick on a roll. We'll see. I think Perth Amboy will give them a test tonight.
You can bet that it'll be a good game. Down at Perth Amboy, it was the Bears pulled one out. Bears have, I think, improved more so than Perth Amboy, so it'd be a good game, but I expect the Bears to take it.
Well, we're just about a few minutes away from tip-off, so we'll be back with the start of the action in just a moment. Well, Phil, Perth Amboy's out there, and they're waiting for the Bears now to come out. And we'll give you the lineups as we go along. For quickly, Perth Amboy, number 3 is Morales, number 20 is Gutierrez, 21 Ricks, 22 Mazurek, and 24 Smith. East Brunswick has Reisner, Raska, Beck jumping at center, Forte and Tenora in the backcourt.
And Peter Forte starting, John, and Bo says Peter played a fine game against Raritan, so that's probably one of the reasons he's in there.
Tenora will give it to Reisner.
And the Panthers starting out with a man-to-man.
Inside to Beck, who had a big game against Raritan the other night. Raska inside to Beck. Shot, Andy, off the rim. That's Ricks. A little speed.
Ooh.
And a foul will be called on Forte.
And we've seen that speed before, John. That's Patrick Ricks, the quarterback for the football team, and he was flashy then and showed some flashes right there.
Let's go 2-3 offensively. 2-3. Now let's push Pete down. You come out front.
Ricks shooting 2. And first points are on the board. So the Bears looking inside to go across court to Forte, back out to Reisner. East Brunswick moving the ball quite well here in this opening of the game. Forte, 3-pointer, yes.
I'll tell you, confidence builder. And as I said, Bo Hinnings was singing Forte's praises of just how well he played last game. And Peters.
Morales takes the shot, hits to make it a 3-3 game. Raska short, and Ricks bring it up for the Panthers. Morales fakes, takes a step by the key, miss, and Forte will pull it down for the Bears. Quickly up court from the corner, Tenora. Nice and clean to make it 5-3.
Brian Tenora with a nice, fine jump shot.
Tenora trying to steal.
And the Bears with a full court press right now. And the Panthers break it.
21. Pete, match up with that.
Missouri.
Bears in man-to-man.
Morales is the shooter, Phil, or at least that's the way it looks thus far.
Well, I'll tell you, John Miserick said that's his problem. He's the shooter. He's got to learn when not to shoot. He puts it up practically anytime he touches the ball.
As Morales there, number 3. Ricks will set things up. That's Missouri. Gives it to Morales. Loses control and almost put in on the slap. But the Bears will control. East Brunswick on top, 5-3, first period action. Tenora will give it to Beck inside. He'll spin, little strong. Ball's alive and controlled by Perth Amboy.
Okay, Beck missed it, but you like the move, John.
Morales, in and stays in. I thought it was coming out. Tied at 5.
And true to form, Morales will put it up.
Reisner, being pressured, gets it out to Forte. East Brunswick will try to get it into Beck. Beck short, and Ricks comes up with it. And he'll push it up quickly. Missouri, 3-pointer, no, and a whistle's blown.
We had some banging underneath. Okay.
Foul is against Gutierrez.
Joaquin Gutierrez with the foul. Underneath on Reisner.
Beck spins too hard off the glass, and it goes back to Perth Amboy.
And clearly, Bo Henning trying to take advantage of the height advantage that the Bears seem to have, getting the ball down to Beck and having Beck turn towards the basket and put it up.
Gutierrez to Morales to Ricks. Ricks will take it, a 3-pointer. Rebound Beck.
I'll tell you, he shot it like a shot put there.
Cross court for Raska.
And both teams playing a little tight loose, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, they're kind of out of their game. We're tied at 5 with 3:40 left in the first period. Morales looks underneath for Gutierrez. And they're going to say it's off Gutierrez. So a break for East Brunswick. Tenora looks, Beck, Raska to Tenora. Across, and bad pass there.
Okay, the Panthers had switched up into zone, John, and I think it had some effect on it. Threw the Bears off. He walked, but no call.
Ricks,
Great
all
pass.
alone is Morales.
I'll tell you, supervision by Ricks. Supervision, a great assist by Ricks. Seeing the whole floor.
7-5 our score. Panthers by 2. Dave Beck all by himself. Easy pickings, Phil.
Easy picking. Bo Henning said he felt that Beck was going to have a big game tonight.
Raska, nice play, but he gives it right to Ricks, rather. Phil, how many times have we seen that finger roll not go in?
Not go in. Young high school kids like to do it. It looks good. They see the big boys do it, but of course the big boys are big.
We're tied at 7. Perth Amboy has it. Morales turns, hits the side of the backboard, and Forte will bring it up quickly. Nice pass to Raska. Good transition.
I'll tell you, nice dish and nice swish.
Morales inside, Beck on the block. They're going to call a foul on him. Tough call there.
I'll tell you, Morales drew the foul actually, but again, clearly you can see what John Muzurk was saying about Morales. He just he took a wild shot, hit the side of the backboard then, and sort of forced up one right there, but was able to draw the foul. He is their leading scorer though, John, and he's averaging about 15 points per game, but you can easily see why.
Some changes for East Brunswick. R.J. Davis, Varnell Johnson, and Chris Hickey come into the lineup, joining Reisner and Raska in the starting five. Morales missing. Get one more. East Brunswick already has 3 team fouls. And East Brunswick's lead is cut to 1, 9-8. And that's Davis with the ball. Reisner forcing one. Able to get it back, however, and he gets it out to Davis. Reisner free from the corner, yes. Makes it 11-8. All right, Ricks will set things up for the Panthers. Muzurk, and a foul's gonna be called here. I think it's against Gutierrez.
Morales. No,
I'm not sure who they call that on. Raska. And Morales puts it in. 11-10 now, the Bears by 1. A minute 30 left, first period. Hickey. RJ takes the shot. Raska comes back up with it, however. And we're gonna have a foul here on Gutierrez.
They say Gutierrez was pushing off. And that's his second foul.
Technical on Gutierrez.
Okay. Okay, the foul is on Gutierrez, and the technical is on Gutierrez as well. The young man a little upset by the call, and apparently ran his mouth a little bit too much, John.
Referee quickly establishing who's in control of this game.
Well, Tony Salentino is, as we pointed out before, he's a good one, and he doesn't take any stuff, so setting the tempo.
Reisner shooting the technical.
And Reisner hits them both, and still Reisner shooting still 90-something%, John.
Our score, 12-10. The Bears by 2 with a minute 19. We're in the first period. RJ across to Johnson, inside to Hickey. Yes. Not classic, but effective.
I'll tell you, Chris Hickey coming up with a nice basket.
Morales, and he's making them.
That's his 10th. That's his 11th point of this quarter.
Well, Perth Amboy only has 12 total points, so Morales is the scorer for Perth Amboy.
Scorer, really.
39 seconds remaining. Bears by 2, 14-12. Johnson will inbound. He'll send it out to Davis. Quickly in the corner to Johnson, who sees Raska cutting across. Won't go this time. Charles brings it down. Smith, rather.
And Charles Smith, number 24, just added to the team today.
Ricks steal, or knocked away anyway by Reisner.
Good hustle. Good hustle by Mike Reisner. Inside
10 seconds. Ricks won't go. Reisner pulls it down with 3 seconds. He'll take the shot at the buzzer.
Ooh.
So at the end of one, East Brunswick has a 2-point margin, 14-12. And let's listen in to Coach Bo Henning.
Okay, we are 2-1-2 for time being against that. Now listen to me. When you receive the ball in the high post, turn and look opposite inching as well. Okay, because the wing's got to slide all the way from
When
there.
we're swinging around to this, Andy comes across, they're like triple teaming him, and I'm just standing all by myself.
I'd rather see you reverse that. If you're on the high post and the ball goes opposite Andy, you're down, Andy in behind you high, okay? You down and Andy behind you. We got to hit the offensive glass. They won't block out off of this. They cannot block you out off that, okay? All right, listen to me. The defense is the old 53, okay? Just a 2-2-1 back to our 21. All right, come on, let's go.
Come on, guys, play tough.
1, 2, 3.
Phil?
Oh, the one thing we picked out of there is breaking his code. The old 53 is the 2-2-1 back defense. I talked to Bo Henning about his code. I'll talk a little bit about it later.
All right. Perth Amboy starting off this second period with the ball.
And the Bears in man-to-man.
Ricks to Mazurek, back to Morale. Morales, rather, with
And-
another bucket.
Right, they put Varnell Johnson on Morales. He's supposed to be the defensive stopper. And Morales is still putting it up.
RJ, short. Zurich, stolen by Johnson. Nice play as he knocks it off Smith.
Heads up, about to go out of bounds, and the only thing he could do.
Hickey, a little too strong that time. Morales, outside, three-pointer won't go. That was Martinez. Ricks, finally Raska pulls it down, stolen by Mazurek. Good hustle there.
And Gary Mazurek, of course, the head coach's son, John Mazurek's son, a transfer from Woodbridge, putting that basket up.
And Perth Amboy has taken the lead, 16-14. RJ, three-pointer, in and out. Ricks gives it to Morales. Nice play by Reisner, stepping in. Across to Raska on the break.
Great pass. Great pass by Mike Reisner.
We're tied at 16. Johnson finally comes up with it. Reisner pumps off the back of the rim. Zurich to Ricks. Morales showing a little playground stuff. As Raska brings it down, he'll take it himself over Ricks.
And tripped by Ricks.
So we're tied at 16 with 5:47 left here in the second period.
And you look at Andy Ratska, he's been one of the more steady players for this Bear team. Came off with that Raritan victory, I believe he had 19 points, John, and he's just been one of the more steady players that the Bears have had, in double figures constantly, and gives you a complete game every game.
Oh, and he missed the first. He'll get one more. And Perth Amboy wants a timeout. So the Bears by one, 17-16. We'll see if Bo changes anything up at this point.
This end will come. You know what, though? That end stinks down there. That end stinks defensively. they're beating us to the ball, they're flashing us inside, then they're getting second shots. We're going to go 52 to 51. 52 to 51 this series, okay? On the offensive end, let's move Rise down to the corner, Pete and Brian out front, okay? And let's go with Dave back on the high post, Chris in the corner, okay? Now, Chris, if it goes away from you, right? Dave's down, you're in behind him, but you got to be active enough when the ball gets swung to get back there, okay? Let's go. Come on. 52 to 51.
Well, Phil, even I understood that.
He's not very pleased with their defense, and rightfully so. They're just not playing that tough defense that we've seen against St. Joe's and a few of the other teams that they played against. And he wants to play tougher defense. He's putting Reisner down in the corner offensively instead of up front, so he can hopefully get off his shot a lot easier.
Well, in effect, they're keeping Perth Amboy in, and we spoke of defense, and there's Smith all by himself.
And I'll tell you, Ricks once again just threading the needle with a beautiful pass.
Tenora and Forte are in with Beck. Hickey stays in. Beck on a spin. East Brunswick by 1, 19-18. Gutierrez gives it out to the outside with Ricks. And a steal by Beck. He gives it to Reisner. He's going to need some help, though, and he'll pull up. Tenora, shot blocked by Gutierrez. Martinez.
The Bears are in a 1-2-2 zone right now, switching up on the Panthers, trying to give them different looks to confuse them.
Gutierrez is running pretty free under the basket. Ricks calling out movement. Mazurek will take the shot, a three-pointer, short. Forte on the rebound. Quickly down to Reisner. And Mike forces that one. Gutierrez brings it down for the Panthers. He'll take it right to the glass. The finger roll doesn't go. And it'll go to East Brunswick. So 19-18 our score with 4 minutes remaining before half. Bears by 1.
And the Panthers putting up a good effort, a far better effort than we thought, John. I just don't think the Bears are playing their game.
Tenora to Beck. He's found his spot there, Phil.
He's hit his last 3 shots. He certainly has. And I think that's what they got to do. Get it down to Beck and let him, I said, take advantage of that height. They got to play the half-court game.
Martinez, a long one. Morales, who's been kind of quiet. Nice pass inside to Martinez. And Beck, and a foul's going to be called on Smith over Beck's back.
And a nice rebound by Beck. Beck being rather aggressive on the boards, and that's what you need. And both teams have 4 team fouls, John. So next foul on either team, they're going to the 1-and-1.
All right, Tenora bringing it up. Claps in underneath. Ricks, good play. Martinez will put it up.
And you saw it.
And Manny Martinez looks like he's coming to life a little bit for Perth Amboy.
And we weren't even sure Manny Martinez was going to be here. He missed the bus, apparently.
And probably took a cab to get here. Tenora from the foul line, yes. East Brunswick 23, Perth Amboy 20.
That's Brian's second basket of the game.
Morales holds up. Shot by Ricks. Yo, three-pointer. We're tied at 23. Bill, who's Ricks remind you of? We saw a player of his stature just a few weeks ago here.
The young kid from Piscataway.
Yeah.
Right.
Nate Grant.
Right.
Ricks to Martinez. Martinez, bet Coach Mazurek's glad he came.
You better believe it. He's been rather impressive.
Perth Amboy in the lead, 25-23. And a foul will be called on Missouri, and Raska was all by himself under the basket. No one saw him. And we're in the bonus situation. Hickey and Reisner will come back in. Beck and Forte take a break.
And that's Ted Kartzman at the line.
Kartzman makes the first.
And Kartzman, an excellent student, John. This young man has a 4.00 grade average. So,
a lot like you and I.
smart young man.
Not bad at the foul line either.
Okay.
Tied at 25. 2 minutes remaining in the second period. Perth Amboy comes in with a 7-8 record. East Brunswick 9-6. This is Ricks. And he brought it all the way down himself.
He's impressive, he really is.
Tenora, Taraska, Andy having a rough time from the field.
And you had 3 Perth Amboy players around the ball. The rebound there.
Martinez.
Ooh, this Martinez, man.
Nice touch, Phil.
I'll tell you, he has been impressive.
Very unassuming on the court. Perth Amboy by 4 now, 29-25, and a travel is going to be called on, I believe, Hickey. Zork to Morales. And a foul's going to be called on Reisner.
And I'll tell you, Perth Amboy is just taking to him right now, John. The Perth Amboy, as we pointed out at the top of the game, did not qualify for the states. They're hoping to do something to qualify for the counties, and so they're playing as hard as they possibly can. And the Bears, again, don't seem to be playing their game. They're in the game, of course, but they don't seem to be playing the type of ball that we've seen. You know, aggressive defensively, anyway. And that's what Bo's been talking about defensively. They seem to be a little lax.
Morales trying to add to the Perth Amboy lead. Can't, as Johnson, who's entered the game, pulls down the rebound. Quickly down to Reisner. He'll take the shot. Hickey, good rebound and puts it up for the basket.
Good fight by Hickey. And
Morales, a little loop-de-loop, won't go, and Nelson underneath still won't go, and Raska looked like he was fouled, no call. So East Brunswick controlling it. Johnson.
No basket offense.
They're going to say a charge there. .40 seconds remaining here in the second period. Perth Amboy by 2, 29-27. And Ricks did not get it across.
No, it's fouled by
They're going to call Tenora.
Right, really an unnecessary, because John, your point is well taken. They were closing it on that 10-second mark, and they're fighting to get it across, and Brian just bumped them, and the official right there calling it. 1-1.
Ricks at the line.
B's got it out. 3 and 1 got to work together.
30-27. Panthers by 3. Make that 4. 30 seconds remaining. Tenora quickly plants, puts it in. 31-29.
Brian's 6th point of the game.
20 seconds. Ricks will slow it down a little bit here.
And the Bears back to man-to-man.
Martinez, and they're going to call it on Johnson.
I'll tell you, it's hard to get away with that one. Official had no choice but to call that.
Forte will come in for Johnson.
And that's Varnell's 2nd foul.
Martinez at the line. In and out. So it's 32-29 with 8 seconds remaining. Tenora will hit with 3 seconds. 1 second, that'll be it. So halftime here at East Brunswick High School, the Bears trail 32-31. And what can you say, Phil? Good game. As you said, East Brunswick a little lax on the defensive end.
And I think that's the difference. But Perth Amboy playing a good game themselves, and they have nothing to lose, John. They really don't.
And you can see that by their style of play. So the second half will be underway shortly, and we'll be back with that action in just a moment. Well, it's halftime here at East Brunswick High School, and you see a number of youngsters out at center court with Director of Athletics, Frank Knoppenberger. The other night we had the girls, the winners of the girls foul shooting contest, and tonight it's the boys. And these young men represent the elementary and junior highs throughout the township. And so we, with the people in attendance here, will recognize these young men for being the winners at their respective schools. First being Sam Steinlight from Churchill. He'll be followed by Josh Bluefield from Bound Monroe. Next is David Wang from Hammersholt. Aaron Bellows from Memorial should be up next. From Warnsdorfer, the winner is Doug Zukix. From Irwin, Brian O'Mara. From Central, Victor Lynn. He should be next.
From Central, Victor Lynn.
Ross School will be Bobby Silmy.
From Ross, Bobby Silmy.
And from Chittick will be Scott Byers. And the winner from Lawrencebrook, who is not here tonight, is Tony Kim. And Phil, we talked about this the other night with the girls, but an excellent program and a great way to interest young people in the sport of basketball.
It certainly is, and for many of these young players, it's just the beginning, John. I recall a player like yourself started with foul shooting. Of course, you didn't progress any further, but no, seriously, it is. And you got to compliment the township, Frank Knoppenberger, and the various organizations that provide for something like this.
Well, you see, Frank is bringing everyone out to the line. I believe they're going to get one shot. And I guess they're looking for an overall winner. Well, it's some good form and technique by these young guys.
You, the pressure, though, they're under pressure right here.
Poor kid. The crowd's on him. Oh, these young guys. Well, Phil, warm up.
From Memorial School, of course. Hey.
Come down to one more. And then there was only one. And we wish you had the young man's name. Do you know it, Phil?
I believe he's a young man from Memorial. Correct me, Aaron Bellows.
Aaron Bellows. And we want to congratulate all those young men for being the winners at their respective schools. And they'll go back to the stands and show mom and dad the trophies. And we'll take a break and be back with the East Brunswick Perth Amboy game in just a moment. Well, we're ready to start this third period. East Brunswick will take it out on the side. And Phil, I know you have some scoring totals, at least up to halftime here.
Right, we got, for the Bears, we got Tenora leading with 8 points, Beck 6.
And there's Beck there, add 2 more.
Right.
East Brunswick takes the lead, 33-32. And Ricks is fouled. He'll go to the line to make it a 3-point play if he can.
He did some magical stuff, if you recall, John, on the football field. He threw a pass for a touchdown, then he ended up on the receiving end on a tremendous play, and he's just like a little magician. I tell you, slight of built, but quite an athlete.
And he makes it a 3-point play and puts Perth Amboy back in front, 34-33. That's been the way it's been thus far. Seesaw kind of back and forth. No one clearly with an edge or establishing themselves in any great way. Tenora, who's been hot tonight.
He has.
Tied at 35. Ricks, Zurich, out to Gutierrez. And there's Morales. Set it up well, but basket won't go. And Raska kind of off tonight.
He is.
Yeah, Gutierrez now.
And the Bears back to the man-to-man.
Zurich to Morales. And we know he'll put it up.
He started.
Quickly, Reisner to Beck. Beck on that turnaround. This time it won't go. Didn't have a good angle on it. As Ricks will put up a 3-pointer. Beck rebound. Tenora quickly. Taraska back out to Reisner. 3-point territory. Foul is called against Ricks.
Ricks hit Reisner after the shot. Clearly the shot was off. If it was football, it would be called a late hit, John. And Reisner will shoot 2.
Panthers by 2, 37-35. Reisner opportunity here to tie it up.
And Mike Reisner came into this game, John, shooting 91%, and he's a sure bet to break Keith Lane's record for percentage.
And we are tied at 37.
And that's Mike's 8th point of the game. Bears back into the zone now. So Bo giving them different looks.
Perth Amboy moving around on the perimeter. Gutierrez lost control of it there. Raska pulls it down. Ricks almost had the steal.
Almost. You're right, John. He's just like Nate Grant, very small but very quick.
Tenora looking for some help. Sees Raska underneath. Andy finally spins it in.
Andy Raska with the 7th point of the game.
39-37. The Bears now on top by 2. 5:25 remaining, third period. Ricks, 3-pointer, yes.
Ooh.
So the Panthers go up by 1, and we're back to that back and forth kind of situation. Phil, I'm going to go out on a limb a little bit. I think East Brunswick needs Reisner to shoot. There he is. Won't go this time.
You don't think he's shooting enough, John?
I don't, honestly. And my rationale centers on the fact that Raska's having a tough night tonight. They're not falling in for him.
Right.
And so that leaves Beck and Reisner as the primary shooters.
Well, I thought they would constantly keep going down to Beck, but Beck's been off a little bit lately, so they've sort of changed up from that. But
there it is, to Beck inside. Can't control the ball. And Gutierrez brings it up for Perth Amboy. Ricks, three-pointer. Won't go this time as Forte brings it down. Pass to Raska, off his shoulder. Slows the breakdown. There's Reisner. Inside to Beck.
good touch.
And Dave Beck puts it in and puts East Brunswick on top 41-40.
Dave Beck's 10th point of the game, and I'll tell you a little bit later what can make Dave Beck a lot better player, John.
And Morales looks inside to Gutierrez. Nice dish off to Smith. That time it won't go.
And
Forte.
Peter Forte with a nice rebound.
Tenora looking for Raska. He's got it somehow, but ooh, they're going to call a foul on Smith.
Andy Raska's just playing smart ball. He's underneath, couldn't do much with it, went up and figured that he'd draw the foul, and that's exactly what he did.
Martinez comes in for the Panthers. Raska at the line. He'll shoot two. Could add to East Brunswick's lead. He does, makes it 42-40. And the Bears by 3.
And one thing, the Bears as a team are shooting a lot better from the foul line than a few games we saw them earlier, John.
Yeah. Martinez looking for Smith underneath. Good play by Forte.
1-3-1. Lie down, Mike.
Forte along the baseline. Foul by Morales.
Andy, in 1-3-1, he goes. He goes. What?
Forte goes to the line. Makes it 44-40. Bears by 4. And Forte gives East Brunswick its 45th point of the night. Inside of 3 minutes now left in the period.
And it appears to be a 2-3 zone.
Morales shot won't go. Mazurek can't do it, and Raska quickly to Tenora. Forte. And Pete Forte quickly has put East Brunswick into a 7-point lead, and he's done it defensively and offensively.
And Peter Forte's been coming on, as Bohannon has pointed out, and he's playing fine all-around game here.
Let's listen in to Bo.
From the far side, you can take it because you're free on the backside, right? Okay, offensively now, if they stay with that defense, let's go to our load set and turn it over, right? We're in a 1-3-1 set, right? Andy high, Dave low. Dave will step out. Pass goes corner, we cut through, everybody replaces, right? You remember that? Yeah, you would go down, then we reverse rolls inside, okay? Towards the ball, because he's going to cut through if he throws it to the corner, okay? All right, hey, keep it up. Keep rebounding. Keep boarding on D. 1, 2, 3, 2.
I feel you got to keep on keeping on.
Bo's something else. I asked him about his different formations, and he uses the North Carolina defensive code and something else for the offensive. I asked him, why doesn't he just call out the plays and whatnot? He said, well, you know, the kids sort of get used to it, and besides, other teams can't pick up on it. So that makes sense.
It certainly messes us up. As Ricks hits that three-pointer.
Again.
He's found that spot on the court.
I'll tell you.
Quickly, East Brunswick's lead is cut to 4, 47-43. 2 minutes remaining, third period.
And Ricks with 14 points. That's his 9th point of this half.
Tenora back on the follow-up.
Back.
Martinez on the drive. Oh, fouled underneath by Raska.
And Manny Martinez drawing the foul.
Martinez will get 2 attempts at it. East Brunswick on top, 49-43. Minute 36 remaining here, third period. Martinez, nice touch on it. Phil, we haven't heard of this young man up until this season.
You know, well, for good reason. Again, they had 9 people that played all of last year. They lost 5 starters and 4 coming off the bench. So while these guys are seniors, they really don't have a lot of playing time.
Raska inside on a pass from Beck. 51-45. East Brunswick by 6. Inside, called on Raska. His 3rd foul. And number 31, Rich Kutza, will come in. Forte and Raska will take a rest. Martinez all by himself, three-pointer to make it 51-48. Perth Amboy trailing now by 3 with 45 seconds left.
John, I think the Bears are going to have to come out of that zone defense. The Panthers are bombing right over it.
Yeah, particularly on Martinez. He's a shooter. Tenora will take it and hits.
2.
53-48 with 25 seconds left. Ricks gets underneath to Smith. Reisner,
good defense,
takes it away. No play for 1. Kutza was fouled. Beck on the follow-up, no call though. And that'll do it for the third period. East Brunswick on top, 55-48.
Well, the Bears will come out, John, and showed a little more life, certainly this quarter. A little more offensive punch, and they're playing better defense. However, as long as they're in that zone, I think the Panthers seem to be hitting from the outside, and it may catch up with them.
All right, let's listen in to Bo.
Drive and penetration, so we got to move our damn feet, right? Don't overhelp. Do not overhelp. When you do help, let's think charge a little bit. They're coming down that lane out of control. We can get one on them, and then they'll hesitate, okay? If I were them, I would be in some type of pressure. So 3 and 1 will be screening to get free, and then we're in the appropriate zone or press offense, okay? All right, let's go. Come on. If it's the same D, stay low. Right?
One thing you realize in listening to Bo Henning here, or even the other night like we did with Reggie Carney, a lot of it is reading defenses.
Exactly. Interestingly enough, Bo seemed to be concerned about drawing the offensive foul by letting the Panthers come down the lane and their defense drawing the foul instead of being concerned about the outside shots, which sort of surprises me.
Fourth period, Morales goes right to the hoop. 55-50, Bears by 5. Start of the fourth period.
And the Panthers are pressing. They go into a seems to be a triangle and 2.
Beck has Johnson underneath. Good move. Bears lead back to 7. Martinez.
That's a charge. He walked.
He walked, he did everything.
Okay, back to man for the Panthers.
There's Johnson
Great
again by
pass.
himself. Good
Great
look
pass.
by Beck.
Really.
Dave Beck showing his ability to see the entire court. Helps East Brunswick to a 9-point lead, 59-50. Martinez.
Ooh.
Off balance. Makes it look easy, 59-52. Reisner drives.
Ooh.
And earns it the hard way.
I'll tell you, just a fine move by Mike.
61-52.
Okay, the Bears back to man.
Johnson almost steals it, and then comes back to block Ricks. Speed on speed
I'll tell
there.
you.
Barnell off the rim. And Ricks quickly bringing it up for the Panthers.
21
Oh, they're
on
going
21.
to call a foul on Barnell.
Really. And that's Varnell's 3rd foul of the game. He's going to take a rest.
Tough call there, Phil.
Really.
Barnell kind of smiling half-heartedly. And looked like pretty good defense from
Here's
here.
a tougher foul right there.
And they're going to call a travel on Missouri. Johnson will come back in. Reisner will take a rest. .5:29 left in the game. The Bears by 9, 61-52. That's Forte to Beck. Out to Tenora. He'll look to set things up. Downtown to Beck to Raska. That's his shot. Won't go this time. Ball is stripped away. And Forte comes up with it. Good hustle by Forte.
And he draws the foul. Pete goes to the line. He already has 7 points for the game, and I know that's above his average.
And Perth Amboy is in that penalty situation. 1-1. So Forte will get his 2nd attempt. Bears by 10, their biggest lead of the night.
Listen to me. David's on 22. Andy's on 3.
And Gutierrez coming in for Smith.
Bears by 11 with 4:50 left in the game. Martinez, 3-pointer, air ball. And Ricks takes that out of Forte's hands.
With a very dangerous cross-court pass, and they're lucky to get the ball back.
Morales is fouled.
On Ratska. That's Andy's 4th foul.
Yep.
Jackson, you got 20. Michael, you take 35.
Morales at the line.
And that's his 19th point of the game.
Tenora will bring it up. Under a lot of pressure, gets it to Johnson.
He turned it over.
Yep. And he got caught. So with 4 minutes remaining in the game, East Brunswick on top, 63-54. Martinez, and he's fouled inside by Forte, I believe.
Beck.
Now they're going to call it on Beck.
And that's his 17th point of the game.
Bears lead cut to 6. 63-57. Tenora gets it off to Beck. Cross to Forte. Beck finds his way back to the middle. And a little too much English on it, but Johnson, great rebound.
Stripped by Ricks.
Ricks is right there. To Morales.
And Beck with a big rebound.
Using that size and height.
I'll tell you, I like his aggressiveness right there.
And a timeout called. And I believe it was called by East Brunswick, Phil? I couldn't see it.
Correct.
Yeah.
You should never have 2 on the ball. Hey, you see what they're trying to do? They're denying your man inbounds, so you got to run your 3-and-1 screen, then you're into walk-up, okay? If Michael gets caught with the ball against this walk-up, he's home plate. Send the 1 man to second base then, okay? Yeah, right to second base, because that's what he normally fills, okay? Try and get it in the 1 man's hand so we can go walk up. But if we get in that situation, just go reverse rolls, okay? All right, now you have 3 timeouts if you need them. Pete has it out the rest of the time. 51's a D. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, you heard, Bo. Apparently the timeout was Perth Amboy's. He's telling his team they have 3 timeouts. If they need them, don't do anything foolish.
I thought they called a timeout on East Brunswick. Well, we'll find out soon enough with 3:22 left in the game. And you can see Reisner being pressed. Now gets it to Tenora. Able to get it up rather quickly. Forte quickly to Beck.
Ooh.
And a good move right to the basket. 65-57. Bears by 8.
And Beck has 16 points, putting on a fine performance.
Ricks, 3-pointer. Yes. He's had about 3 or 4 of those tonight.
That's his 4th 3-pointer.
East Brunswick's lead is cut to 5, 65-60. 2:35 left. Raska by himself goes right to it and misses. Beck unable to tap it in. Martinez short, and a foul is going to be called. It's going to be called against Gutierrez. Bad time for a foul.
You're right, that puts the Bears in 1-1. And I believe Andy Ratska will go to the line. Oh, Reisner, I'm sorry.
Reisner, that's almost a given, Phil.
Really, his 9th point of the game. He's well under his average for this game, but they've spread the ball around.
66-60, Bears by 6. Reisner misses one, and that's unusual.
Very.
Of course, just after we said it's almost automatic.
Ricks.
3-pointer.
His 5th.
Wow, he's unconscious from there.
Jeez.
East Brunswick's lead is now only 3 points. And bad pass, and Reisner's going to be called for a foul on Morales. And how quickly things turn around.
They can turn around, I tell you. The big threes. Ricks has been the story. He's had four of those 3-pointers this half.
Well, we have 1:57 left in the game. East Brunswick on top, 66-63. They had a 10-point lead just a few minutes ago. Morales, because both teams are in the bonus situation, will get another shot at it. And could put Perth Amboy within 1. And he does, 66-65.
And the Panthers are pressing. They look like the Panthers of old when they press.
Beck has it. To Forte. Tenora.
Ooh.
Stolen.
And Brunswick team hasn't pressed much this game because he just says they're a lot slower. They're not as quick as teams of the past.
Ricks.
Oh, mercy.
A little loop-de-doo.
Mercy, mercy.
And Perth Amboy takes the lead, 67-66.
Patrick Ricks putting on a Darryl Cross exhibition there.
Back to Raska, who's back in the game, having just come off the bench. Tenora. Andy puts it up. Won't go. Rebound Gutierrez and Perth Amboy. 1 minute and 5 seconds remaining. Perth Amboy by 1, 67-66.
I'll tell you, it's just amazing, John. Just slowly but surely, the Panthers have come back, and it's
cross court to Ricks.
Slapped away by Brian.
Martinez.
Oh, wow.
They're going to call a foul on Raska.
And Raska's out of there. That's his 5th foul.
That's his 5th.
Wow.
Goodbye, Andy.
You really didn't want to lose Andy at this juncture here. 39 seconds, but apparently I have him for 5, John.
I do too, but apparently they called it on Tenora. That's what the board is showing.
Okay.
Timeout, East Brunswick. All right, let's see what Bo has to say with 39 seconds left and his team now trailing by 1.
Okay, we need all 5 on the lane now, right? We need a big defensive board, okay? If they are in, they're man-to-man, we want invert and turn it over, okay? If they're in the zone, it's probably going to be the 2-1-2 or 2-3 our offense, okay? All right, now we want to come down and get the first good opportunity we get. First good one. Don't stop looking at the basket with the lead, damn it. All right? Okay, come on, fellas, let's go. Let's go. Get them on the boards here. Get them on the boards. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Phil, something you alluded to, and that's that zone.
Well, we talked about it. We talked about the danger of those 3-pointers, and that's what's gotten Perth Amboy back in the game, and I just felt that they had to come out of their zone to stay up on the Panther shooters, not to give them that opportunity.
You have to put pressure on Ricks and Martinez. And East Brunswick did not do that in the last couple minutes. And Perth Amboy has taken the lead, 67-66, and Martinez with that soft touch makes it a 2-point lead for the Panthers. And we'll get another shot here. A big shot here, Phil. And Reisner, East Brunswick can tie it here with a basket.
They're not calling timeouts, surprise.
Tenora, Taraska. Reisner, yes, with 23 seconds, and we're tied at 68.
And Mike
Phil,
Reisner,
how many games can we go like
really
this?
haven't seen Mike Reisner come up with a big basket.
Timeout, Perth Amboy. 11 seconds remain. Score is 68-68. Let's go back to Bo.
Okay, everybody else matchup stays the same. He's going on the point guard, right? Listen to me, on this inbounds, we're going 24 with a floater. 24 with a floater. If your man's in this end of the court, don't get beat. The other guy,
He's here, coach.
I know. I want the guy who's guarding the guy taking it out right here, turning your back and helping these guys looking for a steal on the inbounds. If they get it in, however, you just play a real sound 21, okay? Now don't let them throw anything to the basket, all right? Okay. All right, now if we get possession and we don't push it quick, I want a timeout. All right, let's go, come on. D it up, fellas, D it up. 1, 2, 3.
Phil, the call is for defense.
Defense putting pressure on the man, throwing the ball inbounds and taking it from there, John.
11 seconds remain in the game. We're tied at 68. Perth Amboy came in 7-8, East Brunswick 9-6. Morales gets it into Ricks. Clock is running. 7 seconds. 3 seconds. Missouri throws up an air ball, and we're tied. We'll go into overtime.
We got 1 second, John. We got one. No timeout.
And we'll go to the overtime.
And
Some discussion there about how much time, or I'm not sure what the...
Missouri was saying that when his son Gary shot the ball, it was tipped by East Brunswick, and then the ball went out of bounds. And he thought the ball should have been the Panthers, and he might have a good point there, John, I tell you. Nevertheless, we're in another overtime.
I tell you, we've seen them all this year. St. Joe's, Piscataway, as we look at Bo Henning.
Well, I'll tell you, John, we got 3 more minutes on the clock here. I think it's going to come back down to defense. Who can play the best type of defense? Perth Amboy seems to be hot as of late. You got to get in those guys' face. Morales and stay on Ricks as well. You got to get in their face, otherwise they're going to hurt you because they are hot. On the other end, I think we got to go back to taking advantage of what we can. Get the ball in the hands of the shooter, and I think put it in down to Dave Beck. And if he doesn't make the basket, let him foul him.
Well, one thing for sure, I think Coach Mazurek would say he didn't want his son taking that shot. He didn't want the ball in his hands. They were looking for either Martinez, Morales, or Ricks. And not that the young man isn't good, but they're the hot ones for Perth Amboy. And a bad pass there by Reisner will give Ricks an opportunity. And he's short with it. And Forte, look at that hustle. Reisner, and he misses the layup, but Rasko's there. It's getting a little rough, Phil.
I'll tell you, it's getting very rough underneath there.
70-68, the Bears by 2. We're in overtime. It's a 3-minute overtime. Morales forces one, but Mazurek is right there. And gets his own rebound, puts it up.
Gary Mazurek putting up a big basket.
They're tied at 70. Steal by Gutierrez. Martinez, nice fake, but they'll call a travel.
Oh, mercy.
He took a few steps on his waltz to the basket.
Okay.
And a call timeout.
Heads
Can't
up.
get the pass in.
Heads up by Peter.
We got to come meet all passes. Okay, we're back. We're back with the two-man taking it out. 3 screening with 1, then spinning, right? Dave, you should be over in this base, and if we need you, you come hard to the ball. Okay, up the offensive end. Up the offensive end, let's stay with invert. Stay with invert, and you should have a post man on somebody's back if we don't have the jump shot, okay? You can go invert either side, all right? All right, come on, take care of the ball now. 1, 2, 3. Hey, still.
John, I tell you, I talked to Bo yesterday afternoon. I asked him why in the last minutes or so he doesn't speak plain language, and he just says that's not a bad idea, but he's so used to doing it with the codes and whatnot. But in the last minute, I want to make sure my guys understand exactly what I mean.
Oh, they're going to call
Offense?
Beck for a charge.
Wow.
Ooh. Johnson in for Tenora. We have 1:59 remaining. We're tied at 70. Morales to Martinez. Morales
And
gets stuck by
by
Forte.
Peter Forte with a nice block. Bears want to take a good shot, John. They just want to make a good shot.
Reisner to Forte. Trying to get it into Beck. They do. Back out to Forte. Bohannon saying to pull it out, so they'll give it to Johnson. Now Forte will set it up.
And the Bears playing smart, trying to get just the right shot, not forcing anything.
We'll give and go.
Well, they're not rotating to the side of the shooters. Ratska and Reisner are on the left, and they keep rotating to the right. Forte drives,
on the
and
line.
a scoop. Oh, mercy.
Big play there. East Brunswick goes on top, 72-70. 45 seconds remaining. This is Ricks. Morales will take it himself. We're tied at 72. It's got to come down to last possession, Phil.
I'll tell you.
Timeout, East Brunswick. We'll listen in once again.
Oh, we got to shut them down defensively when we get the lead. Come on, we can't let them beat us on the drive. Ball's right here, ref. Ref, ball right here. Okay. Going special off the sideline. Remember, it's with the 5-man now, right? Special with it. If the first man is open off special, that's who we want to give it to, okay? We still have 1 timeout left. All right. Now, if we don't have something at the basket right now, yeah, we're 1 shot. We're 1 shot. We'll go, let's go with our 4 to score. But keep in mind, as you drive, they could be reaching behind you, okay? You know what I'm saying? So be strong. Postman, you close on the basket. The defense is 21. Defense 21. 1, 2, 3.
Phil, I have to admire the composure by Bohannon. We've seen him now in 3 or 4 very tight games. Keeps his cool, as you said, trying to communicate, get his needs across to the young men. And here we go, Forte with 33 seconds. We're tied at 72. This is overtime. Tenora edges his way down with the ball. Now calls a timeout. Wasn't getting any help, had to call a timeout. All right, so Bo's strategy will have to be readjusted.
Okay. All right, now, You may have Dave right here. Let's change the inbounds. Let's change the. Watch carefully. Watch carefully.
Dave, you gotta get a better angle on it. No,
We're going 4 across. 4 across. 2 postmen are up front. Okay? 2 postmen. David goes in the forecourt. Andy goes in the backcourt, then around. All right? Peter, we're going this direction. Yeah, we're going in this direction. Peter is taking it out, right? Mike will screen for Brian and then spin opposite. It'll give you plenty of room to work with, okay? Plenty of room to work with.
No
Then we are into invert, okay? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, team. Got no time.
All right, one thing for sure, no timeouts remain for the Bears. 22 seconds is all that's left on the clock in this first overtime period. We're tied at 72. Forte will have to get it in, and he does quickly to Beck. 12 seconds. 8. Down to 5. Tenora, 3. Someone's got to put it up. It'll be Beck. Won't go at the buzzer, and we'll go into overtime again. So our second overtime, Phil.
Hey, John, I tell you, it's an exciting game. You have to excuse me. I've been off to the side with a coughing fit, so I'm not in it a little bit lately. But a terribly exciting game, and I think it's going to come down to shot selection, John. I think you're going to see both teams be very careful with what they're going to put up, and you're going to see a lot tougher defense. You're going to be telling them, play tough defense, but don't foul, and make sure you take good shots.
Well, what about Perth Amboy, Phil? You got to admire. They're hanging in there. Their heart, they came alive in that third period.
They've been very impressive. They certainly don't look like a 7 and 8 team, and they played Piscataway tough both times, and a few other teams very tough. So a few breaks, they could be certainly a lot better team record-wise.
All right, our second overtime period. We're tied at 72. And Forte will pull it down for East Brunswick. Over to Tenora. Back across court to Forte. And Gutierrez just gives him a forearm.
Wow. Foul on Gutierrez.
And I can't believe Gutierrez is even questioning that foul.
And that's his third. And
he's lucky he wasn't indicted by a grand jury for that. Anyway, Tenora goes to the line. And again, bonus situation for both teams, so Brian will not be able to take advantage of it.
He's just shooting 57% from the foul line, and it showed up right there.
Perth Amboy is going to set everyone up on the left side for Ricks. And Martinez takes about 7 steps, but gets away with it.
Nice drive.
74-72. Reisner pulls up, hits.
Yes.
Tied at 74, 2 minutes remain. Ricks underneath to Gutierrez. Tapped in by Mazurek. Perth Amboy by 2. Remember, East Brunswick does not have any timeouts remaining. Raska, nice move to the basket.
Okay.
1 minute remaining.
And the Bears are playing a tough man-to-man right now, John, and that's what I think they got to be in.
Perth Amboy stretching it out a bit. Ricks. .35 seconds remaining. This is Morales. Gives it back to Ricks. Takes his time. Sets. Won't go for him. And it'll go to East Brunswick.
Okay, and you have the Panthers with full court pressure right now, John. Trying to force the Bears into a turnover.
Tied at 76. 15 seconds left in this overtime. East Brunswick will take the last shot. Reisner, 8 seconds. Won't go. 4 seconds. Perth Amboy. Timeout. Perth Amboy.
And as you see there, John, you see, well, now you see the Bear huddle, but Mizurek has to make some decision. There's 2 seconds, and they just want to get the ball up court and get off the shot. Mizurek, of course, has been around for 16 years in Middlesex County, won a number of county championships, and not used to a year like this here. 7-8, not qualifying for the state playoffs, but says his team can play with anyone. He says hopes to get in the counties, but pretty sure county people may not be so eager to have them in because they're a team who could be a lot tougher than you expect, and one of the top seeds would get them, and they could easily knock them off as they've shown here tonight. But they played a fine all-around game tonight, no doubt about it.
Well, as we said at the beginning, when you talk about Perth Amboy, you talk about basketball tradition, and they're certainly living up to that tonight here at East Brunswick. We have 2 seconds remaining in the second overtime. And Johnson, no foul called, nothing.
It's a good call, John. They're both going for the ball. It's a no harm, no foul. Nobody got hurt from it. You go into a third overtime and let them win the game from there.
Well, everyone's getting their money's worth, that's for sure.
So this is our third overtime?
Okay.
Third
Back
overtime
the way
period.
We were, right, personnel-wise. Need the tip. Need the tip, okay? If we got 2 green guys together.
Want me to jump this if you have
No,
Dave out there?
that's all right, no. If we got 2 green guys together, find them. Like if they don't have anybody between guys like we did the last time. I think it was Mike and, yeah, it was Andy and Pete or somebody, but we had 2 guys together, okay? All right, defensively now, we are still in the 21. Still in the 21, okay? The key is when we get the lead, we need a defensive stop and a defensive board, all right? We're going to get good opportunities on the offensive end, and we're going to score. All right, let's go. Come on. 1, 2, 3.
Phil, I think we've heard it all tonight.
We've heard everything, so let's settle down for another 3-minute period and see what happens. Exciting game now.
All right, we're tied at 76, our third overtime period, and I don't think we've ever gone this far in a basketball game.
And again, John, let me apologize. I've got a coughing spell that I've been off the mic for a while, so forgive me.
Where's Jimmy when you need him? Morales puts the Panthers on top, 78-76.
And he has 25 points.
And Beck is fouled by Missouri.
Beck scoring 16 points thus far in this game, one of his better games, and shooting some all-important foul shots right now.
And he misses. Raska, ball knocked away, and Martinez comes up with it. Gutierrez to Morales.
Good feed.
Good ball movement. And Perth Amboy up by 4, 80-76. 2:30 left. Andy Raska, yes, good move. Timeout, East Brunswick.
Okay, Andy Raska is 6 points in overtime, and he's keeping the Bears in the game, to tell you the truth.
80-78.
Now. Yeah, okay, yeah, he's in for Brian.
using this. There'll be too many of these.
Okay. We are right now in a 24 with a floater, okay? 24 with a floater. There's a ton of time here. There's a ton of time. But play aggressive man defense. Aggressive man, all right? Okay? You know what? That's the personnel I want. Okay, if we get the ball, let's run through an invert set, okay? We still have one timeout if we need it. Now you're on the Ricks kid, okay? Everybody else, when Ricks gives it up, we're not going to let him get it back again. So everybody else play their man tough. You need some defensive boards. 1, 2, 3, T.
All right, we have 2:22 remaining.
And we got full court pressure by the Bears.
Raska couldn't do it.
Almost coming up with the steal.
Bears trailing by a bucket, 80-78. Ricks will inbound for the Panthers.
Ooh, no double dribble?
No.
I thought he...
Looked it from here. Ricks being pressured. Steal. Johnson comes up with it. Forte, a three-pointer. Yes!
Oh, mercy.
81-80.
Peter Forte's 12th point of the game and never a bigger shot.
And a foul on Forte.
Okay.
So the Bears by 1 with 1:46 left. I think Bo held his breath on that one.
I'll tell you, Mr. Ricks will go to the line. Peter Forte coming up with a big three-pointer. A little aggressive on defense there and call for the foul, but you got to like the ice water the young man had in his veins. And Ricks has done a lot of damage, and he's at the foul line now. He's the reason that the Panthers are back in this game.
And he ties it at 81 and could put the Panthers on top. And he does. Raska makes a move to the basket and is fouled. Foul is against Missouri.
I think it's on Ricks, 21. You're right, Missouri. Big-time players make big-time plays, John, and that's Andy Raska's 8th point in overtime, and he has been the difference.
All right, Johnson comes in for Tenora. Andy's at the line. East Brunswick on top, 83-82. We have a minute 35. Bears by 2. Timeout, Perth Amboy. Phil, I don't know if, I'm looking at John Mazurek. Coach Mazurek, rather. He's shaking his head on the Perth Amboy side. I don't know what you say anymore to these guys.
Well, that's why we're not coaches, but he's got to be somewhat pleased about how well his team has played. Again, he just wants them to play good defense and take good shots, not make any silly fouls. As I said before, he's been there 16 years and a very likable guy. He admits that he doesn't have the quality of teams that he's had in the past. Also asked him how he felt about coaching his son. He said he felt fine about it. He said, I asked him, was he a little harder on his son than the other players like parents often are when they coach their own? He says not so. He says his assistant coach keeps him in check, but he says they like to coach his son.
Well, Phil, whether Perth Amboy wins this game or not, the results of this, or the after effects, may show up next year and the year after in terms of they're hanging in there and coming together as a team. And
well, not only then, John, later on this year, they're still talking about a chance for the counties, and later on this year they want to do some damage. So,
all right, Perth Amboy will have it, and they give it to Ricks. He's their quarterback. Johnson playing great defense on him. Martinez by himself.
Good vision by Ricks. I don't know how he did it.
This guy's got eyes all over his head. We're tied at 84. One minute remaining in this third overtime period. And Beck will just go right in.
A great move.
86-84. Martinez, three-pointer. He hits it. And Perth Amboy's on top.
What can you say, John?
87-86 with 38 seconds. Timeout East Brunswick.
What can you say, John?
I don't know.
Just a super game by both teams all the way around. Nobody's giving ground.
Well, let's see what Bo has to say.
Wow.
All right. On this end, the first good opportunity we get, we want to take, all right? Something strong at the hoop. We got a great match inside. We have tremendous matches inside either way, okay? So don't be afraid to take it down in there. Or take something strong at the hoop, but you got to be strong with it. What's that? The defense is if we're behind 24, if it gets across half court, we're red if we're behind. But if we're tied or ahead, right, we want to just play a straight 21, okay? All right. Now, listen to me. We will get a good opportunity, so take it strong, okay? Come on, let's go. Invert, sure. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, John, not setting up any specific play, but giving his teams options. They can either go down low, but of course if they see something out top, he's allowing them to go from there. He just, again, wants them to take a good shot. Again, I still like Beck down low, and either you draw a foul or he's been on fire lately. So
I agree with you, Phil. 33 seconds. Perth Amboy by 1, 87-86. Tenora finds the opening. The Bears by 1 with 20 seconds. Ricks won't go for him. Whoa,
oh, wow.
And they're calling it.
I'll tell you, a rough call, too. I thought Charles Smith hit that ball. Oh, wow.
Anyway, timeout, Perth Amboy.
And I'll tell you, Brian Tenura just coming off a game with Raritan where he hit a basket with no time on the clock to win it, and coming up with a big basket here, John. So let's see what happens.
14 seconds remain. Perth Amboy will have the ball under their own basket. They trail 88-87. And you see John Mazurek with his team. And this has really been some game. This third overtime, East Brunswick at one point in the third period of regulation had a 10-point lead.
And as you look at Mazurek, had to rebuild his team. Morales, who has scored 28 points, he's actually a transfer from Colonia, John. He played for Colonia last year, and of course his son Gary Mazurek played for Woodbridge last year. So he's got a few transfers that brought in to help boost up the Panthers. And if you didn't have them guys, they might really be in trouble. But
and we mentioned Martinez had to get a cab to get here tonight. So here we go. 14 seconds. Ricks will inbound under his own basket. Gets it to Morales, who pumps it up. Air ball.
oh, mercy.
And a foul be called on, I don't know who.
Gary Mazurek on fouled Reisner. Shoved him in the back.
You called it, Phil. Reisner, of all people, will go to the line, and that's certainly in East Brunswick's favor.
Almost like money in the bank. We don't mean to jinx the young man, but Reisner is shooting at he's shooting 91% coming into this game, and will probably leave here as the career leader in foul shooting for East Brunswick if he continues at that rate. A lot of pressure on him, but you would rather have nobody at the line but Mike Reisner.
9 seconds, Bears by 1, 88-87. East Brunswick in the bonus.
Yes.
And Reisner will get one more. And remember, with Ricks, a three-point play is quite possible, and plenty of time for it. timeout, Perth Amboy. So they trail by 3, 90-87 with 9 seconds.
And I tell you, I wish that we had a mic for Miserick right now to hear what he's telling his troops. Again, they're going to work the ball down, John, and they got to go. They got to go for the three-pointer. And Mr. Ricks has been certainly the hottest one. He has 5 of them in this game. Manny Martinez has scored a three-pointer as well, and Gary Miserick has scored one. So they got a number of people that can shoot three-pointers.
Miserick is out of the game. He fouled out
Okay.
on that sequence that brought Reisner to the line. So you've got to think it's either Martinez or Ricks for the three-pointer.
And you got to believe that the Bears will be on Mr. Ricks no matter what.
They should be inside his shirt.
And Varnell Johnson goes right for him.
Well, the first thing is that they've got to get it to him, and they do. 7 seconds. Ricks, Morales, three-pointer, no good.
He's off.
Gutierrez, and that'll do it. That will do it. A final 90-87. East Brunswick wins in 3 overtime periods.
And what can you say, John? Just a fantastic game by the Bears, and you got to give that Perth Amboy team a lot of credit as well. It's just that fans that like to see a game like this, and both teams fighting and scratching, and the Bears fortunate to come up with the victory at this time.
You see Miserick, Coach Miserick, he's a little upset. In fact, he was somewhat, well, let's be blunt about it. He was charging the referees at the buzzer. He's still a little hot under the collar.
I think the one that really tipped him off was the one right at the end of the second overtime where the ball was tipped and went out of bounds, and the official didn't call it. What are you going to do, though? But it's part of the game.
Again, our final here, East Brunswick 90, Perth Amboy 87, 3 overtimes. East Brunswick improves their record to 10-6. Perth Amboy falls to 7-9, but it was a game we'll long remember.
For sure.
So for Phil Hill, I'm John Meggiolaro saying thanks for being with us.